Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to Life on the Wrist. Hope you guys are doing well today. Vintage Omega is a watch brand, Vintage Omega I've talked about at length on this channel. I think it's some of the best value you can possibly find when it comes to the vintage watches. Not only do they have their icons like the vintage Speedmasters and vintage Railmasters, but they also have a real breadth of different watches that you can get that are considered vintage Omega. I like the fact that there's so many different variations on what a vintage Omega can be, and also I think one of the really great things about vintage Omega is it's relatively affordable for what you're actually getting. And so I'm going to be talking about this vintage Omega I have on my wrist here. This is it's a vintage Omega Geneve automatic. It's the reference 1660120. We have this listed on our store, so you're welcome to go check it out. But I thought I would talk through this watch with you guys, give you some nice close-ups on the watch, as well as the bracelet and the strap that we have, and kind of talk to you about why I really love this watch. Spoiler alert, I really like the case shape. So I'll flip perspectives here so you can take a look at this watch, and I can give you some more information about it. Alright guys, well, this is the vintage Omega Geneve that I've been talking so much about. You've probably seen it over on our Instagram a lot as well. This is the reference 1660120. This watch actually dates to 1972 was when this reference was released, and it had a very unique case shape. I think something that's really great about the 70s is watch brands really experimented with the different shapes of their case, because I think that was kind of what the 70s were about, finding different ways of straying from the norm, if I'm completely honest. And I think this is a really great example here. So I think one of the biggest things that's very distinct about this watch is the fact that it's almost like an angular shaped case. It's almost like a square. But what I really like is the fact that this reminds me so much of the Patek Philippe Nautilus and the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak in the porthole design case shape that they kind of come from. If you don't know, those two watches took their inspiration from the porthole, so you can see kind of angular edges, which gives it a very kind of overall sporty aesthetic. What I really like about this shape is that you can see that the case itself has that kind of more angular shape to it, but then the dial itself is rounded and almost has a much more interesting presence on your wrist. This specific watch is gold plated, and you can see that the case back is stainless steel. So it's a screwed on case back there, and obviously we've got the signed Omega crown. One of the things that I also really love about this watch is the fact that it is gold plated. The 1660120 is mostly seen in stainless steel, but there are a couple gold plated versions out there. This is 14 karat gold plating. And what's really nice about this watch as well is the fact that the dial itself is kind of has a gold tone to it, and I think that really plays really nicely. As you can see, it's an extremely clean dial, with just a little bit of kind of aging on this gold right around the crystal. This watch, like I said, is an automatic watch with the day and the date function there. So you can see it's Sunday the 4th when I'm filming this. So little insight there. This is running off of the caliber 1022 movement, which is the base movement is the caliber 1010, and obviously with modifications you can make those changes there. It's running really well in this piece, and the 1020, 1022, those movements are really just really high quality movements with nothing super special about it, but just runs really nicely. So that's the watch here. What I do have for this watch is this this clasp here. This is a this is a JB Champion clasp with 10 karat gold plating, and it has an Omega clasp there. You can see that on the inside here, you can see some of the gold plating is coming off, which I think is normal with a bracelet that's probably, we're looking at 50 years old here. So still a really great bracelet. It does have that 70s feel. It is a little bit makes a little bit of noise, rattles a little bit, but still works really nicely. I personally am someone who prefers a leather strap on my watches, and so I have it on my own personal brown leather strap, but I do also have this Omega black strap here that really hasn't been used all that much. Still is in very good condition here, so you can see Omega's Swiss made is on this strap here. And then if you look at the other side, again, very little wear on this watch, and then it also has the Omega logo on the clasp there. Like I said, I have it on my own personal just brown leather strap here. What I really think is hilarious about when I wear it on this strap is the fact that the buckle is actually silver and the watch is gold, but I kind of like that little bit of a difference. And then it does come with this this box here. And so here is the watch on my wrist. You can see this watch measures 35 millimeters in diameter, and it fits my wrist really, really nicely. I personally just love the way it looks on my wrist. It really has that sporty aesthetic to it, with these kind of steep down lugs here. Really kind of like hugs your wrist in a little bit of a way and makes the case a little bit shorter. I think lug to lug, I believe it's about 40 millimeters, maybe 42 millimeters, but still looks really, really beautiful. And yeah, I absolutely love the case shape of this watch. It has that sporty feel that everyone kind of looks for within the watches. Most people are a little bit more drawn to sporty looking watches, but at the same time it has that vintage feel because it's a little bit small on the wrist. It's from the 70s and has a pretty beautiful looking dial. So yeah, that is the watch. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of close-up on this watch. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions. I'll be sure to answer them. Like I said, this is for sale in our store, so you can check it out. I'll put a link in the description to this specific watch if you want to check it out. And yeah, let's flip perspectives and close up the video. Cool, so I hope that was helpful for you guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing this watch. Like I said, I really love these specific references from Omega. In vintage Omegas, I really just love the case shape because it reminds me of the stainless steel sports watch that everyone wants, the Royal Oak, the Nautilus, but it's 30, 34, 35 millimeters, and it just wears really, really nicely for me, but gives me that kind of like sporty aesthetic, which is one reason why I just really love this watch. It's just a great looking watch. Runs extremely well. It has your day and your date, which is basically all you need. And yeah, just great brand heritage and a really great watch. Like I said, this is listed on our store if you want to check it out. You're welcome to shoot me any questions you have. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this watch. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed to the channel. Be sure to smash that like button for us for this really beautiful vintage Omega. And with this said, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time.